What up? How's it going? Welcome to another NPC podcast episode. And today we're going to be breaking down Championship Sunday. Tomorrow it's going down AFC Championship, NFC Championship. And we got two great games on the schedule. The first one being the AFC Championship between the Denver Broncos as they're hosting the AFC East champions, the New England Patriots. And this game was going to be elite, but it downsized a little bit after Bo Nix got hurt last week. And an unfortunate situation, man. You just don't want to see that. You do not want to see that happen because you want the best versus the best. And now Denver's going to have to roll with Jared Stidham as their quarterback. And let me just say, if this New England Patriots defense doesn't come prepared for this guy, which I think they will because he comes from them. Josh McDaniels had him in New England. Josh McDaniels had him with the Raiders. They know him, and they're gonna come prepared. But just in case they don't come prepared for this guy, he's a gunslinger. He'll sling it, man. He don't have that many starts. He doesn't have that many good over the stats. He's unproven, and he just hasn't had his shot. But he gets it now against one of the best defenses in the league. And if they don't come ready to play, I'm telling you, he's a gunslinger. He's not gonna be afraid to zip it in there. But I'm still giving the edge to the Patriots because I just don't think Mike Rabel coach team is going to come in and be underprepared for a backup QB. And if they lose this game, man, how can you go back to Foxborough and be with a game within a game of the Super Bowl and you lose to a backup quarterback that has not took a snap since 2023? You cannot do that. And I don't expect that to happen. But what I do expect is to be a closer game than many expect, because of that Denver defense. The Denver defense is one of the best. Actually, these four teams playing this weekend are all four of the best defenses in the league. You can choose, they all do different stuff great, but the Denver defense is elite. And if they want to have any shot in this game to somehow surprise everyone and go on to the Super Bowl, that defense is gonna have to cause turnovers and just keep the pressure on Drake May. And they could do it. We've seen it the last two playoff games for May. And the Patriots offense hasn't been all that good, until late in the game. May has been churning the ball over. And right now, he's the fumbling machine, man. You got to protect that ball, and that's what matters right now the most. Limit the turnovers or don't have them at all. Protect the football at all costs. And if the Broncos could do that, they'll be in this game. They'll have a chance to win it. But on the Patriots side, I think this team's going to come prepared. They're going to come ready. It's going to be a gritty, tight game. But I just can't see Jared Stidham beating the Patriots and the Patriots losing to a backup quarterback. One key note to have going into this game, I believe it's the sack leader, but their outside linebacker, Harold III, he is not going to play in this game, which is surprising. But he's coming off that knee injury he suffered last week in the Texans loss. The Patriots win against the Texans, but man, that's a huge loss. Andrew, he's a solid player for the Patriots, but I still see them winning this game. I could see it going 24-14, 24-17 Patriots, and it's going to be a good one, mile high. Hopefully that crowd's going to be rocking. The Patriots, who knows, maybe that mile high, the altitude gets to them, and, maybe they pull the upset. But just two teams I don't like, but I speak the truth. You guys know this is all real. I'm going with the New England Patriots to advance to the Super Bowl, and, man, just when you think they're on a rebuild, and you know who I'm talking to, they said on the rebuild, but no, it's reload. They get back to another Super Bowl without Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. The Patriots win this one. Then we got the game that everyone's going to have their eyes on. This is going to shatter records. NFC Championship game, a rematch of two great games that already went down this season. The Los Angeles Rams running back in Seattle against the Seattle Seahawks, the NFC West champions. This team, two teams, they got it going on right now, but I have to go with my pick. They were my preseason pick before the season started. Actually, once they signed Devontae Adams, I put them down as my Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams. But it's going to be a good one. You could go either way on this one. It's a flip a coin game for me. You could go either way. But I just think the Los Angeles Rams experience Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams. The defense can step up even more in this one. And I know that Seattle team's good with Sam Darnold, Kuviak calling the plays. Mike McDaniels on the defensive side, the best defense in the league in the Seattle Seahawks. but I just can't pick against them. I can't not pick against the Rams. They're my preseason pick. And in this game, you're going to have Devontae Adams back. You're going to have some key linemen, offensive linemen back that did not play in the previous game. You're going to have another defensive back for the Rams that did not play in this game. Lake. He's going to be back. And it's going to be too much. And you can't forget about the injury to Charbonnet last week, man. That was a big, big loss, man. A 2-punch running back combo, just like the Rams like to use. But it's going to be Walker. I think they're trying to feed him, open the run game. And you can't forget that oblique from Sam Darnold, man. I seen one, I think it was the play that one of the few plays the 49ers got a sack on Darnold. He was running to his right, and you just could see it was just uncomfortable, slow. And the Rams coming off playing Caleb Williams, athletic, mobile quarterback. I don't think they're going to have to worry about that much. The oblique doesn't heal, it takes time to heal, but they're going to get after him. It's going to be uncomfortable if he tries to run. And I hope he doesn't get hurt, but he's not 100% taking off now. But the Rams are in this one, and they're going to win it. Just too much experience. Sam Darnold, turnovers, I believe is going to happen. I was going to say Aaron Donald. I wish he was on this team, but the Rams front four, Turner, Frisk, even my boy, shout out to Jared Burst. He's going to get in there. They're going to take Sam Darnold down. They're going to take the Seahawks down. Give me 27-20 Rams in this one. And I got the Patriots and the Rams advancing to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara in the 49ers house. And that's going to be another rematch of previous Super Bowls, man. Another Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. Wow. But enjoy that because there's only 3 more games in this incredible. Some are calling it the best season in NFL history just because all the magic that's happened. Well, I shouldn't say magic. All the great moments that happened. All the luck, because sometimes you're not good, you just need luck, or sometimes you're not lucky, you're just that good. However you want to say it, it's been an incredible season. So enjoy these two, and then the Super Bowl. Watch these games, can be something else. It's gonna set records. And then the shift things over to my team, the Las Vegas Raiders. This week, another week of searching for coaches. They took option number 1, I believe, early on in the process. Jesse Minter, that was John Spytek and Tom Brady's first choice early in the process because the Michigan ties and everything, and people believe Jesse Minter is one of the best upcoming defensive-minded coaches, and we've seen in the last couple years in Los Angeles with the Chargers. And I didn't have no problem with them making him the front runner. And just in my opinion, I want an offensive-minded head coach because the way the league's going nowadays, we're seeing the defensive-headed head coaches lose their offense coordinator. When they do good with the offense, another team is going to pick them up for the head coach, and that just puts a strain on the offense. And even in the Raiders state that they're looking for that next franchise quarterback, you don't want that young quarterback going through offense coordinator and then switching to a different offense year or 2 years from now. You want them to stay consistent and keep them on the offensive coordinator and the offensive mind head coach. So with that being said, I think there's 2 options for the Raiders. Nate Shieldhouse, Los Angeles Rams pass game coordinator, and that's the guy I want. For me, Tom Brady, Spytek, you got to get that guy on our side in the building and sign either as our offense coordinator or as a head coach. But what I believe is going to happen is they're going to go with everyone's favorite, 75, 80, 85, even probably 90% of Raider Nation out there wants this guy. That is the offense coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks, Clint Kubiak, which I don't mind either. He's been running the show in Seattle this year, and look where they're at. NFC Championship game and possibly a Super Bowl run and maybe even the Super Bowl champions. But I believe it's between those 2, and then we're going to have to find our defense coordinator, and then we're going to round out this coaching staff with a good search with good coaches coming in. But that's where I have it right now with the Raiders. Fernando Mendoza locked in as the number 1 overall pick. And let's get this out of the way. We're not going to trade for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, great player, one of the greatest right now of his generation, 2-time league MVP. The way the Raiders are rebuilding wise, first of all, you're going to have to probably trade picks to get Lamar Jackson. On top of that, you're going to have to extend them and give them that extra money, and that's going to prevent us from spending more on other key positions, defensive line, And right now, the Raiders have a lot of holes to fill on both sides of the ball, And it just won't be a smart move. I don't think I could see Tom Brady and Spike Tech going that route. So lock in Fernando Mendoza as the Raiders' first overall pick and the first overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft. You guys all seen that national championship game, right? The Heisman 2.0 moment, the national championship moment that's going to live in the history books. One of the greatest seasons in NCAA college football history. And you can be talking about it for a long time. 16-0, Fernando Mendoza led a team that has the most losses in college football history, a team that has never won a national championship in college football. And shout out to Lee Corskrow. His last year, his team won it for him. His school. What an unbelievable journey. Fernando Mendoza, Kurt Cignetti. What a turnaround, man. That moment where it was 4th and 5, they called the QB draw. I knew it, man. I knew it to the second. I was like, he can't call time. He's going to run a QB draw. I seen him before, man. But I thought they couldn't stop it. But no, he bounces off a couple defenders. I was already pumped that he had got the first down. But no, he got all the way in, stretched out, and was taking all those hits all night long. And he got that important touchdown for the Hoosiers. Pretty much sealed the deal for them. And that's the moment that you knew this is for real. He's going to the Raiders. Spytek, Brady, Davis were all there to see it. And they kept a close eye on him. And don't be surprised. It comes out later that he knew they're in the building. He knew. Humble guy, you know. But Mendoza, Raiders, lock it in. First overall pick. And now, let's get into all the drama that's been going on with my Lakers. And it's been another year of up and downs. But basketball just doesn't hit the same for me this year. I haven't watched a lot of games like I usually do. But you hear what's going on, man. I see it. And where there's smoke, there's fire. Genie Bus coming out this week and putting LeBron on notice. And people, people say that it's true or not, but it's true, man. It's been like this LeBron's whole career. There's no doubt he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's going to go down as one of the greatest players of all time when it's all said and done. He has the records. He has the rings. He has all the accomplishments you want. But the thing is, LeBron has always been the player to take control of a franchise, whether it's Cleveland, Miami, back to Cleveland, even the early years in Los Angeles. Yes, I say the early years because we got him, I believe 2018, 2019? It's already 2026, man. He was responsible for breaking up that championship team when we went in the bubble, responsible for bringing in Westbrook, responsible for trading away a couple other pieces of our team, and responsible, when you do that, and people want to blame Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, and everyone around, even some old head coaches, Darvin Ham, and now, who knows, maybe he's going to put the blame on JJ Redick. But coming out, also, his representative or his agent, Rich Paul, saying that Austin Reeves should get traded, which is not wrong. It's not a wrong thing to say, but that guy's on a contract year. LeBron's on a contract year. LeBron needs this and this to win another ring. So you're going to say that guy, on the team, man. Just not a smart move. Not a smart move, but you know how it is. LeBron, he puts it out there, even though he says he had no idea this and that. Why are you doing the podcast for? It was a bad idea since day one. But Jeannie Buss comes out, says the culture. LeBron tried to say that he was the savior for the Lakers. Let's just put it out there. The Los Angeles Lakers, when you put the purple and gold on, you're expected to win championships. Every year is championship or bust. But my opinion, LeBron, he's been out of that mindset for a couple years now, or maybe even a couple more years. I don't believe it's not important for him to win another championship. Let me just say that. But this team right now, it's almost the same team as last year and the year before that. You cannot play with two guards that are not reliable on the defensive side. Now you're having LeBron too. I don't blame him because of his age, but he's not what he once was on the defensive side. There's some nights that you could tell he's 41, I believe now 41, 42, 41, and it shows. He's a liability on the defensive side too. Reeves, Luka, and Braun, 3 ball handlers, 3 players that demand the ball a lot. It's just not going to work out. And until Luka, well, I wouldn't even say Luka's a Laker for the next at least 5 years. Until Reeves or LeBron, one of them departs, and we get a defensive guy in their place, that's when I don't know the Lakers would be serious about winning a championship. We cannot win a championship Reeves and LeBron. Just not enough defense. The games I watch, we don't even play that much defense, man. It's just a shame. We're giving up 110, 120, 130 every night. No good. Yes, we have a good record. Yes, we're probably can get in the playoffs, but when you're going to go up against OKC, the Nuggets, you know, Clippers even, but you know how that goes in the playoffs. You know, Spurs, you know, we're just not that defensive team, and we're not. They're just going to pick on Luka and Reeves again, and even sometimes probably Brown. And I believe LeBron's last year with the Lakers, let me put it out there, is this year. He's a free agent after this year. It's just time to cut ties with the king, man. Let me say this. Thank you for everything you did, LeBron, but you overstayed your stay in Los Angeles. But I appreciate everything you did for Los Angeles. You did bring a ring, but man, it's just time to move on. Just time. Who knows, man? Before the trade deadline in 2 weeks, ship them off to Cleveland, man. Let them go enjoy Cleveland one more time, man. They have a good chance to winning a ring if they add LeBron. Or this offseason, you know, if he wants to come back, it's going to have to be a pay cut. We're not going to pay him the $50 million that he's making right now. We're not going to pay him that. It's just too much, man. But I believe LeBron James last year with the Lakers is right now. This year, that's it, LeBron. Thank you, but it's time to go. So, yeah, that's the word around Los Angeles right now. Genie Bus and LeBron James going at it. And LeBron James denied everything and that he doesn't listen to all that noise going on. I know he listens, but we'll see what happens, man. But once again, enjoy Championship Sunday. Enjoy these last 3 incredible games, and we'll see what comes out. Who you guys got making the Super Bowl? Let me know, and let me know what you guys think about the Lakers and my Raiders. Once again, MPC Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know once again. God bless. Have a good one.